Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Sigval here, and welcome back to another video. And as you can see, today I'm in very high spirits. I've been feeling far better than the previous days, so I think it's safe to say we're back on the normal schedule with 2 uploads a day. Hopefully I can manage that. But yeah, first up we're going to be fighting Boss Superman here, and I got some interesting fights to show today because unfortunately, and this whole thing was because of a misclick, or more like a misfight. So at some point I was setting up a Raven League of Anarchy because I wanted to try to see if that's possible against Boss Wonder Woman, but without paying attention I clicked against Boss Batman on this account, and I realized it only when it was too late to like cancel the fight and fight the proper bots. So that meant that currently we have Boss Batman killed, we have Speed Force the Flash going to die very soon in this video, and we have the 2 Super Shield dudes up. And why is that bad? Because Boss Batman is a little bit of a punching bag in this tier. It's the place where you usually drop all your teams and they're going to have reasonable performance, all your teams that are not good against the Super Shield bosses. And I don't have that luxury anymore, so towards the end of this video we'll have to get crafty and use some teams I wouldn't usually use against the Super Shield bosses. So first up we have the Confined sacrament fight here. We have Horrific Scarecrow in there to increase the power cost for this dude. We have Nora Snow Globe for King, and we have Dr. Fate with Claw of Horse to get some stuns at the start. So first clone gets in there, third special, it was a little bit late and he had the energy to use Super Shield by the time I used it, to be fair, so I got lucky in regards to that. And there's something you can do, so basically his special one, you can bait him into doing it exactly how I did it here. Just wind back the video if you didn't catch that, because I'm most likely not going to do it properly or successfully anymore. But you can bait his special one, even though it's close range, you can bait it to be used at close range, and then use the third special after that's done, so you can back off while he's doing the animation and then swipe towards him immediately and do that. It's kind of tricky to do and you have limited amount of chances to do so, and he will not by default do it a lot of times. So it can be tricky because you're backing off so much and eventually you're going to get into a corner, and I messed up there, only got 2 third specials from that clone, but that's fine because we're kind of running out of time, so let's let that other clone try to do its things. So come on. At this point I'm like, okay, he's kind of bugged because the enemy can get bugged after they have used their super move and they are not gonna use any abilities or shields. But yeah, he still felt like using shields, and now that he's used that shield, he feels like using abilities again, and that clone died basically for nothing. So while the first clone had a decent performance, the second one didn't have such a great life. But as you saw, there's definitely some room for outplay in terms of the usage of the clones. But it's very tricky because it's gonna depend on him using the special one, so you need to back off after a jump attack that he does, so that you're in an area where he's going to be close enough to trigger the special one, and when he starts the animation you back off. But yet again, that depends on him actually doing the special one. You can't back off too far away from him because you'll get in the area where you trigger third special from him. So it's tricky with the clones, okay? But it can definitely be done, and if you are at a lower heroic level or you have a higher level Nora Snow Globe, you can definitely block some of them maybe and survive and use a special afterwards. So definitely can be done with clones against that dude. Here we have Boss Flash here with Batman Ninja Team. It's going to be a cleanup fight, so it's a little bit sped up. I can combo interrupt him to some extent after one hit, but at the same time I'm going to fail a lot of times. And boy, I'm just glad the Speed Force Flash experience is over. Rest in peace, my dude. I will not miss you. Okay, so Boss Wonder Woman, we have our here League of Anarchy team. I wanted to keep this fight at normal speed because I want to showcase the proper way of using the League of Anarchy here. I mean, look, there's another way to do it if you're lacking the Kryptonite Spear, and I have it. It's only 3rd level, so it's going to be a quite relatable experience. But if you don't have this, you can use Claw of Horus on Predator Batman, which is a League Raid artifact. And you can do basic attack hits against her until you get her stunned, and when she's stunned, use the second special to further hit her. If you have low level artifacts anyway, you can put a Claw of Force even on Harley to get the stuns that way. So there are ways around it, but they're going to be far less efficient. The most efficient way, which I messed up over here, is to use the Kryptonite Spear. So the Kryptonite Spear is going to allow you to use a special that will bypass any enemy super shield if you are above a certain amount of combo. The combo that is required for me for a 3rd level Kryptonite Spear is going to be 36 combo, which is bad already. And I think at level 1 you're going to be required 40 combo, so it's already not too far away. But hardly having 3 fast tech hits is going to kind of give you a pretty smooth experience in terms of that, so you're going to very rarely mess it up. And if you mess it up, then it's fine, you just have to keep track of it, and if you're not at 36 combo, you just back off with Predator Batman after tagging in and try to build some more combo with him before using the 2nd special. And because she doesn't take absolutely any damage from swipe attacks, you just don't do swipe attacks. You get Harley in there, you get your first swipe in there, because that's kind of mandatory to get the combo started in an optimal way. And then you go 3 taps, 3 taps, 3 taps. You just tap 9 times in total, no swipes. And after you have done that, you're going to tag Predator Batman into a swipe right into tap 3 times, because that's called like a mid-combo tag-in. If you do it this exact same way, the last combo string that you're going to be tagging from should be 3 taps, and then Predator Batman can tag in into a swipe into 3 taps. Don't try to finish his combo into a swipe right, because that won't work. And here I blocked because we were not on enough combo there, it was only 34 and she used the swipe down. That happens, and it's going to be very annoying when that happens, but it is what it is. If it's not a stun and you're tagging back in to build some combo, use all your hits. And yeah, with Predator Batman, a thing that you can do after you tag in, you do your full combo, like tag in, swipe right, tap 1 to 3, and then you can block if you want to for like 1 hit, because that allows you to stay a little bit more in there before stunning and allows Harley to tag in right when the stun is landed. You can see I did that there. You only block for a split second, but that split second matters because it's going to get 1 more hit from Harley's combo on a stun. Yeah, that's about it for this one. The damage is still going to suck ass compared to other fights, because you don't have the swipe right, you're going to have an unoptimal combo, and she is resistant to a lot of crits, and you can't really use Dark Metal cards because you're already using different artifacts on your characters. You might... I don't know if it's worth trading the stats, because if the passive stats did split, you could definitely use the Dark Metal cards on like Predator, on like Harley herself, but since it doesn't split for me at the very least, it's not worth giving up a level 8 power box at that point, my dude. Like, I'm definitely not going to do that. Okay, so here I have Boss Superman. So in theory, you can kind of, to an extent, combo and chop this dude after 1 hit, but bro, you got to be insane. You got to have machine-like reflexes, you have to have AI level reflexes, so I'm just not gonna attempt to. Like this, it's in theory doable, but in practice kind of impossible. Another thing that I tried a bit in this one was the infinite combo with Flash, where you just back off after 3 hits into a block swipe right. And over here at the start, it actually worked wonders. It worked perfectly, but at random points, it just stops working and it will start getting worse as the fight progresses. I don't know exactly why, and at first I thought it was because of him not being in the corner, but again, him being in the corner should not really matter, because enemies being in the corner while you're doing the infinite combo is usually going to be related to your characters not being able to close the distance in time, or their swipes simply not traveling that far. But Powerbox kind of mitigates that, so him being in the corner should actually have no implication in this combo actually working or not working. Over here I'll have a few attempts of trying to combo and chop his ass, but most of them will fail, because as I said, in theory, everything in the game is combo and choppable after 1 hit if you're insane enough, but I'm not at that level yet, sadly. And I mean, I could just pussy out from the strategy and just back off with Flash and bait a special, then engage another combo, but nah, bro. Like, to be honest, considering the amount of time that, and you can see that I actually managed to do it once, there I actually managed to combo and chop his ass once, again here, so it is possible, but there's no way I'm reliably doing this, my dudes. So yeah, the thing is, even though if I failed it most of the times, it's still more work than backing off into blocking specials. Because if I back off, he'll do a jump attack into a special. If I fail to combo and chop, he'll a lot of times just do a few hits on me. Yet again, I did it, I'm doing it, and I fail again. too unreliable, but it's still better than backing off into blocking. Like, the only downside here is that I might die, but I'm strong enough and healthy enough to not die. Because if I back off and he uses a special, then overall him using a special will take more time of the fight than me messing up the combo interrupt and him getting a few hits in there. So either way, if I fail or not fail, just trying is better than not trying. But yeah, that's about it for this fight, and this went well enough. So this is where it goes kind of crazy. I did not have anything that should normally hit here. So here we have a Brainiac who has the Kryptonite Spear, just so that in the off chance we can get some specials in there with 36 hits, though I doubt that will be a very often occurrence. And here he did a swipe down. It's quite funny because this boss Superman is the beta version Superman. He's the beta Superman. This is how Superman on the right was looking before managing, depending on which storyline you pick in Justice, before managing to conquer the Earth and get the Brainiac sorted out. I mean, he did conquer the Earth at some point in this form, to be fair, but he was before the final victory over Batman looking like that. And the Collector over Superman is basically the superior form that actually won, actually is in the end game, my dudes. I mean, not the Marvel end game, but he reached the end game of life, my dudes. He's like collecting worlds, he's chilling. And this is the beta version of Superman who hasn't accomplished that much yet and still has the chance of getting cocked by Batman. So pretty interesting matchup over here. So a few interesting things to note here. First of all, the thing on Brainiac is mostly useless, but at the same time there's nothing that I really needed on him anyway, because we're basically not going to at any point make use of the 36 unblockable passive, or it's going to tag in for special once whenever the enemy uses a special pretty much. Another thing to note is that Superman's third special is going to not be able to be blocked by shields. Like, as far as I'm aware, though I might be a little bit wrong about this one, it's not going to be written on the passive of the ability. That's just not gonna be there. But I found it the hard way playing Arena against him, that he just doesn't care about super shields. And usually that's just an annoying factor, because when you're playing against him, he's going to mess you up unexpectedly. But here it actually comes into my favor, which I very much enjoy and very much appreciate. So another third special in there. Doing a little bit of combo into another third special in there. And here I tagged Red Hood, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I was fully expecting that Red Hood to die. I was fully expecting Red Hood to die. I wanted him to die because he would trigger the passive stacks for my Collector over Superman, but at the same time I was not fully aware of the fact that we did not yet use his super move to extend duration of the fight. So a little bit of a mess up in that regard on my end, so yeah, fat rip on that one, my dudes. But yeah, it's fine. Overall, this fight is going to go well enough regardless. But I wish that was in there, because 30 seconds would have yielded some nice damage, I guess. And in this fight, it kind of sucked that we couldn't do at any point special 1 to power steal, but overall I would call this as well a pretty successful fight and a pretty decent strat. 42 mil, that's actually not too bad. So here we have Zero Banshee. It's gonna be a little bit of a weird team, and I actually had Power Girl available, but I opted out of using Power Girl to just give us more stuns. So yet again, it's going to be mainly the general idea of getting him stunned. If he's stunned, he can't use super shields. I know, very original, never done before. But yeah, we have Claw Force on Reverse Flash. We have another level 10 Claw Force that I have just upgraded before this video for EGL, for that one tagging that he did at the start. For one tag in the main did at the start, we upgrade from level 1 to level 10 Claw Force. And I'm most likely never going to use that second Claw Force again in my life. So if this is not a flex, I don't know what it is. So with this team specifically, we're going to have 2 ways where we can stun him. Actually 3 ways. We're going to be able to stun him with basics with all the characters. There we go, see? The second level 10 Claw Force that's going to only be used in this fight. Watch it in action and appreciate it. So basically we can stun him with basic attack hits from both the Claws of Horus. So Banshee can stun him with specials, funny enough, if she gets the Warhammer buff from EGL, because the stun also applies on basic attack hits, and also we kind of don't care about his super shields if Sorobanshi manages to disable that, which is going to happen kind of once every 2 special sequences, or once every 3 special sequences, or 2 times every 3 special sequences actually. The third special in there, that also stuns his ass, but sadly we did not have enough energy, and at this point I was kind of thinking that EGL was kind of a dumb choice here, because the Silverbanshee disables and the Claw Force on Reverse Flash were kind of doing the job anyway, and all the materials that were used to get that second Claw Force all the way up to level 10 have just gone down the gutter for no reason. But hey, I'm at the end game on this account. This is the second gun, so we're at the end game of things with one thing, and that is your artifact materials, my dude. I just have nothing to spend them on anymore. So yeah, that's kind of the lamest level of flex, but the flex nevertheless, I guess. Not a special one, and there reverse flash back in. And yeah, he blocked there and proceeded to combo chop my ass, but Sorobanshi in there, third special. And this fight went well enough as well, so those are some interesting themes that I was previously using against other bosses. And I mean, they get the job done here as well to a quite decent extent, but I don't really regret using them previously against other bosses. Maybe I actually do, because they did a decent job here, and they didn't do far less damage compared to the air fights. I don't know. But yeah, this was for this one. Like it if you liked it, dislike it if you dislike it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!
This is the future.